Welcome back. You're listening to the Flow Friday Sports Show here on Flow FM, and it's time to check in with the head Kanga again for the first time in 2023. Caitlin Vine from the Ouyen United Kangas Netball Club joins me to talk about the Sunraysia Netball League, which is a couple of weeks off from getting underway. Good to be with you again, Caitlin. How are you and how was your summer?
Thank you so much. It's good to be back. It's like back to the old routine. Really excited to be back on deck for another year of footy and netball. Had a nice long rest over the summer, but ready to get back into it now.
Now, I think I've drawn up my family tree correctly here, Caitlin. I might be a bit off, but Ouyen's a fairly small place, and I believe your brother tasted some success on the cricket field just very recently with the Ouyen Rams. So hopefully it's going to be a very big and successful sporting year for the Vine family.
Yeah, there's lots of us around, so we usually try to get involved in whatever sport's going on, and my brothers are no exception. They love their cricket, so they had a successful year there, and hopefully they can continue on the footy field this year.
Yeah, he certainly loves to assist with the reporting side of things too, does old Nicholas, which we're very, very thankful for. Now, Caitlin, netball's back. How are we feeling?
Yeah, really good. Really excited for the year to come. We've got a real shake-up this year. We've unfortunately lost a few players, but we've gained lots of new players coming from the Millewa League, Mildura, a few from Adelaide, and we've even got a recruit from Scotland this year. So we've really dug deep to get some new recruits, mostly those who have befriended footy players, which is always good for us. So we've got lots of new faces, which has really changed the dynamics, and it's looking to be a really successful and enjoyable year.
Well, look at you guys there at the Kangas getting visa players in all of a sudden. Is netball big in Scotland, Caitlin, from what you know?
I mean, I guess they play it. Probably not as big as what we do here. You know, we live and breathe it here, and I know Laura, all the way from Scotland, certainly hasn't had that environment before, but really excited to have her on board, as well as all of our new Kangas.
All right, well, let's just take a look at where we're at, I guess, in terms of just internal matters, Caitlin. We know that your Ouyen United Kangas dug real deep in 2022 with some shortages with player availability to get as far as you did last season, making it all the way to the grand final. So obviously you're hoping to better that this season. How are we feeling as far as just the A-grade competition goes? Do you feel like you're going to be up there again this year?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, our dynamics are really different this year. We have said goodbye to a few of our key players in the A-grade, but we've also got some ripping juniors and ripping recruits coming through. So it'll definitely be a different side this year. Our coach, Kanga Caitlin, who is just a legend of the game, has some crazy ideas, but they usually seem to work out. So we have a really versatile team. We've got defenders who can easily slip into goals, mid-quarters that can slip into defence and so on. So I think supporters will definitely see some interesting dynamics and some interesting position changes in the A-grade this year, which will keep it really exciting. We have a really solid A-B squad this year, which looks really strong. So we want our teams to be fluid and moving between that A and B until we settle things in. Obviously, there's always people away or injured throughout the year. So we aren't looking to have a set team anytime soon. We just really want to keep things open, keep our options open, and see what we can do. It's really exciting. It's exciting to have lots of options and new players, and just see how things fly.
Now, you're going to tell me you don't fear anyone as the head Kanga, but who do you expect to be right up there this year alongside yourselves in the Sunraysia Netball A-grade?
I think there's no question that Wentworth will be strong again. We know that they've been training pretty hard since, I think, November. They're a force to be reckoned with, so there's no doubt that they will be our main competitor. In saying that, you know, our team looks very different this year, and I'm sure that all the other teams in the Sunraysia League have mixed things up a bit. So you never really know until you play someone once. and get a bit of a feel for where they're at as a club. But all we can do is go in and try our best and try our different combos based on who we play up against on the day. So, hard to tell, but as we discussed previously, Wentworth are definitely always going to be strong contenders.
Now, we know the junior pathways is something that your club really emphasises. So tell us about the current landscape of the youth teams there at the Ouyen United Kangas. And we did actually have some clinics being held recently, I believe. Caitlin, I do recall speaking to Tracy Lawson from the Northwest Express about this. A lot of the younger girls who obviously look up to players such as yourself getting the chance to really get that sort of one-on-one mentoring in these coaching clinics. So good to see that happening as well in Ouyen.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the juniors are the future of our club, and if we want our club to keep going, we need to really look after these juniors and show them the way. So we had a fantastic clinic a couple of weekends ago run by Catherine Brown, who sorted all the juniors out. They had lots of game time, lots of skills time. They all did an umpiring little course as well, and learnt some really good stuff. So we're supporting our juniors as much as we can, which has been a big goal for us. They had a fantastic day out, and we can already see the reward for that in the way of their training, which is fantastic to see. We've also got lots of juniors who are training with our seniors and, taking in all that good netball stuff. So it's fantastic to see. We've got great junior numbers this year, we're really lucky. I know that our football junior sides are struggling for numbers. So there must have been a bit of a girl baby boom about 10 years ago, which is working in our favour. We are mixing things up. We've got people moving around into different grades, and they'll definitely benefit from that in the long run. Kids getting a good run of netball is always a good thing. So we're just really excited to see how that plays out, and hopefully the girls have a really fun year.
And I believe this weekend, Caitlin, it's the NTV Sunraysia happening in Mildura, a cross of netball and football games happening that you are going to have some involvement in yourself. Tell us more.
There's a big match happening at the precinct in Mildura. We've got teams from the NT coming down to versus Sunraysia team. In the football and in the netball, we'll just be showcasing all of our talents. So we've got a bit of a mixed group of netballers across the A and B teams, across all of the club, who will be showcasing our talent on the day. So it'll be a fantastic day. I think there's some big names like Kevin Sheedy, I think maybe Kuda as well as some more local talents like Courtney Wakefield, etc. So there's going to be lots of people there. It'll be a fantastic day to get along, see some football and netball talent, and it'll be a really good opening, I guess, for the 2023 season.
Now, Caitlin, we'll talk more about your opening fixture next week, but Merbeen is the team you'll host in round one. So what's the early sort of away team report that you've got, and how do you sort of see the game going, I suppose?
Yeah, look, as I said, you never really know. Previously, we've had good success against Merbeen in our A and B grade team. They often do have quite a strong C grade team. And in terms of juniors, I think they have been quite strong in their sort of 15s area. So it'll be a mixed bag of volleys, I think, heading into next week. But at the moment, we're just trying to settle ourselves in. Don't really know what to expect, but we'll just try to play clean, short netball. That usually works for us. And hopefully we'll be able to get a few wins. But, yeah, I'll have lots more information for you all next week when we are looking closer to round one, which is scary to think. It's really crept up quickly.
It sure has. So does that mean that there's any practice games this weekend, Caitlin, or is it a weekend of being on the couch and watching Netflix?
Yeah, it'll be a chill weekend this weekend, being school holidays, and there's a few functions on. We've got quite a few people away, but that's all right. We're letting everyone enjoy their time off before we crack into a tough season. So we're just relaxing. We'll have a really tough 2 days on the court next week in preparation for round one. But at this stage, we're not too bad. We're chilling a little bit for the weekend.
Beautiful work. Caitlin Vine, the head Kanga from the Ouyen United Kangas Netball Club. Looking forward to chatting next week as we really get into the crux of the season with round one happening next weekend. Caitlin Vine, enjoy your weekend off. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks again. See